Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching in the world. Sean Driver, the Red Horde, and without Brendan. Again, this time unintended. So I'm in the controls, but I'm on the right site so that if he joins, he'll be able to join in later. And just waiting to make sure that we're going to go live and everything's fine and peachy keen, as I haven't done it this way before. And for some reason, oh, it is working. So everything is fine and good on my end. How are ya? How is everybody? Sorry for the delay. I'm just going to check in here. I got a text message that I think just came in wanting to make sure, a bit of a surprise for me because Brendan is like Old Faithful and always there. And so rely on him maybe a little bit too much. The man, the myth, the legend that is Brendan. So I hope all is well with him as we coordinated and thought we were all connected to go, but I'll leave the chat up and we should be good. And when he signs in, he can sign in so that you can see his beautiful face as we get ready for Groningen. Reports already in. We lost 1-0 in the pregame. I can bring up the other stuff up here. Hi, everybody. Let's just make sure I've got everything all ticking along here. One thing. You guys let me know your thoughts. I'll put it up here. Oh, not that one. That one. Do you like it? Oh, it disappeared. Is it going to keep reloading every time it refreshes? Hold on a second. Let's change that and bring that back. It wasn't doing this yesterday when I worked on it, but now it is. There it is. Do you like that? Because I can leave it on the screen. If you guys like to have it on the screen, I can take it off. I can try and work on the CSS. Here's something. If you are comfortable and familiar with CSS, then by all means, reach out and get in touch with me. I'd love to employ your skills for the price of a Wrexham lager. To buttress that up and fix all of that. I'll get rid of it just for now. You guys let me know your thoughts just so that I can bring in the screenshots of what we're facing today. I'm going to get some pronunciations wrong. And M, is M here yet? I'll let M let me know what her thoughts are. Because she's looking forward to me mispronouncing everything. I'm looking forward to me mispronouncing everything. Let's be honest. There's the lineup for this one. Ogonko, Cluworth, Scar, O'Connor, Barnett, Dobson, James, O'Brien, and then the new guys, Kakache, Windass. It just sounds weird to say Windass in my accent. Windass and Hardy. That's going to be an ongoing problem, and we'll figure that out as the season goes on. Interested and excited to see the new people. Should do a poll. That's a lot on screen. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. If I could get the CSS really nice and pretty, I've got some space to set aside. But let me know generally, should we bring back the chat on screen? I can start a poll in that regard. Should we? Yes, no, and only if it's pretty. And we'll set that one up there. As we try things. Windass is interesting to me because I don't know whether he starts as our strike force or whether he ends up taking that space further back where I guess it depends on how you envision the lineup. Because I see him as a supporting role, yes, but capable on that left side where Elliot Lee typically plays. Haven't seen anything yet. All guesswork on my end. So I don't know what your guys' thoughts are. I mean, we've got Cody coming in the back. I assume he's going to be the center back. 2 million quid. Lewis O'Brien. That's the player I'm really excited about. I know that there are others. We've got... Hardy, I think, is going to be up front. Kakachi is going to take over the left side. Thomason, is he coming in? Is he not coming in? I would have liked to have seen him today, but we've seen him before. And then you've got Windass in the back there. So I'm not sold on what this lineup is going to look like yet. Share your thoughts. But I think if we're full healthy, we've got our full strike force components together. Obviously, Smith is dealing with a niggling injury. Do we end up putting Windass back toward in the spot where Elliot Lee was? I think that might be the optimal, but Cody played this morning. I was excited to see the new guys. Why wouldn't they put all the new guys out? What's wrong with considering my needs? But yeah, let me know your thoughts on who are you most excited to see. For me, it's, who am I going to go with? O'Brien probably, just because of so much language about his pace, his tackling, all the stuff that he's all about. I'm most excited to see him, and I'm going to have to. Excuse me. I don't have a way. Oh yes, I do have a way of consistently. If I bring this up, I'm concerned. No, it still stayed there. That if Brendan does end up joining halfway through, he can still join with the way I have it set up. And so we'll figure all that out as we go through. Holy moly. 9 minutes away from kickoff. The most important thing, pinned to the comment, the link to the microsite. I don't know about you guys. I didn't get the code, so I ended up just paying for it. But if you have the code, check your email. It's supposed to be there. You're able to log in, go to the website up above, and check that out. And why, oh why, is that happening? I see Eredivisie and kids in green and white kit standing in front waiting for the players to attend, so I'm excited. Oh, Dave says I'm more excited to see why is this not showing up, the chat on screen. I'm more excited to see the formations. There's going to be no change in the formation. Are you expecting a change in formation? Because I sure as hell am not. 3-5-2 all the way through. That's Parky's bread and butter. It's not going to change. And it is what it is. Yeah, they're showing the pitch now. The kids are up there. So we're getting underway here shortly. Scramble all over the place this morning. But the like button's still down below. And if you haven't been here before, hi, how are you? Sean Driver. Usually joined with my friend Brendan. Deandra here. She covers most of the women's games. And I try to do other videos with respect to what's happening off the pitch and what's happening on the pitch that I call hors d'oeuvres. I like to do a Who Are You series, and hopefully I'm able to get that one out and cranked out in short order. And then we do these, the watch-alongs. Nice little, beautiful, wonderful, amazing community of regulars and constants. And we've been nailing them down. Jason is here. Did I see Dave Foster? I think I saw him earlier, anticipating that for the EFL Cup that I anticipate, we are going to be doing that off location in a proper studio. And they're going to join, and hopefully we're going to inquire as to whether we're allowed to have some Wrexham Lager and do the taste test of the Canadian Wrexham Lager versus the American Wrexham Lager to see which version of them are best. So, Mr. Griffiths. And I'm tempted, you guys, have I heard about updates about a new scoreboard? I chatted with him today, W&G, and I'm not liking that my live chat in screen is not showing up, and I don't know why, because it's normally there. But I chatted with the guy who's been making it, and it doesn't sound like it's going to be done for the season, so I'm going to have to try and come up with something creative. The challenge with that is my graphic abilities are fairly limited and not as pretty as what this is, and so I'm going to have to come up with something that gives you remote access without allowing you remote access to my computer, because it's also a work computer, and I can't provide remote access to it. It's a rule, they say. It's a rule, and I'm going to keep kicking along here. I'm actually going to close this and see if I can pop it up, because I'm not getting the live chat. All the gremlins that I didn't check out. Ooh, heavy on the no for the don't bring it back. I thought people might be missing the thing, so. So no players on the pitch. We're sitting here 5 minutes away from kickoff and nothing yet. They do have fans. They changed that one up. It looks like it's near sellout. I don't know how many away fans made their way over. We'll find out, I guess, by the noise that's going to happen or not happen. What the hell is up with this headset? It's just a scrambly day, but we'll bang the kinks out and we'll be ready for Southampton in a week. Crazy. The taste test will be the most important part of the whole thing. Jason, I thought it was going to be my company. I thought it was going to be my company. There we go. Now we're set. What else can I tell you guys about? There's so much that we haven't talked about with the... my God, this is just not working. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You guys can have the chat on your own screen. It says David Nicholson. And so we'll figure that one out. It's scrolling fast. We got tons of people in here as we're filling in and the chat is rolling. Will, you thought these are late signings? Because usually with Parky, he's signing on the deadline. Like it's 11th hour type business that ends up getting done. And so for me, the fact that they've drawn them in beforehand is impressive to me because I still expect that we're going to have a couple of more. Red Horde is back. Nature is healing. It is a bit scrambly this morning. And yeah, I'm concerned because I was just chatting with Brendan last night and getting it all set up. One thing that I may end up wanting to do, subject to your guys' availability, and there it seems to be most of you guys are members anyway, starting a members only feed immediately after this, just to try a couple things out, have a chat, see how everybody is and what people are interested for. Are we excited for next week or what? I mean, it has been way too long without talking about Wrexham and getting involved in all of the madness and chaos, and I'm getting more excited because I had us pegged for sort of 12th to 16th, but I'm actually starting to believe, drink the Kool-Aid, that there's an opportunity for a playoff spot. I'm not anywhere close to automatic promotion. The parachute payments, there's just too much money at the top of the division. But I think a playoff spot is available, and that's all you can go for. Giselle is there. I'm looking forward to M. And I'm looking forward to happy birthday, David Nicholson, 31. Oh, the 31st is your birthday. So yesterday was your birthday, 3 days ago? Or August 31st? It's the hope that kills you, says Deandra. We're trying to figure that out. Deandra, if you're not aware, lovingly, blessingly, amazingly covers the women's matches. You have to check those out if you haven't. And I hope she's doing it this year. I just assumed. I don't think I've actually specifically asked you if you're gonna end up doing them. But I'm hoping she's here for that. We're gonna. Anyway, the women were supposed to have a preseason game, and we've got Groningen running around on the pitch. There's supposed to be a women's match involving Jacks. In the U.S., and that one got canceled because of lack of availability of players, which is either not enough under contract or there's injuries everywhere. So don't know what's happening with the women. We'll have to dig that out. My definition of great season will be exceeding Wrexham's previous best finish of 14th in the championship. Indeed. Let's be honest. Great for me is a playoff spot. But I just stay up here and get stuck in. What do you think, a win for Wrexham or FC Groningen? Stefan, how do you know in a preseason match? I mean, it's the fact that Dan Scarr and Tom O'Connor are on the back line means it's not our best lineup. Barney, you can argue him or Longman, but I think as far as Parky's concerned, Longman's the better option. Dobson, James, and Lewis O'Brien. That's 2/3 of what I think our starting midfield's going to be. I think you have either Dobson or James in that one, and then you've got Kakache on the left, and then Windus and Hardy. We're pretty close. We're pretty close to our starting lineup, but who knows? And I seen Groningen enough. Groningen. Have I seen them enough to know anything? No, not really. I mean, the only time I, to be fair, watch the Dutch league is when there's Canadians involved. And I watch when there's Canadians involved because for whatever reason, the Dutch league tends to become more comfortable with than any other European league bringing Canadians in, and they perform well and then they transition out, of course. So we're getting ready to go. Wrexham going to go and I keep wanting to call O'Brien Robertson, and I don't know why. It's just stuck in my head. I don't know if he looks like a Robertson, but it's ingrained. And I'm going to be having to push that one out. We're number 27. Wrexham going to go from right to left on your computer screen. We're going to go, or they're going to go from left to right, and there we go. Underway. Set the timer a little bit more specifically to the time that I'm at, and we've got the tones of bloody hell. 1 second. There we go, and we're back underway. Ogonko collects it easy as, and we're gonna just settle things down and roll on a lazy Saturday morning, coffee in hand. Everybody's blissfully happy, and we're waiting for Brendan, hopefully, to make an appearance still, right? Man, you guys are rolling through the chat, and I don't have my live chat in screen working, and I can't figure out why. Did I bury it somewhere? I'll move it around, see if that fixes it. It just doesn't want to work for me today. It is what it is. "61 of you here. Feel free to click the like button. Let the algorithm know that we're rolling as Ogonko gets us underway, heads it down. Hardy knocks it over, and it's just settled down. And an easy pass. Just missed on the pass as we had O'Brien ripping forward right through the middle. Searching, seeking. Interested to look for number 17. Windus, obviously haven't seen him yet. Mia thinks the same thing I do. That it's O'Brien that's the straight in, no issues, and away we go. Yeah, I didn't look at the rosters, obviously. I just woke up 6 o'clock in the morning here. Enough time to run to a 7-Eleven and grab some coffee and the necessities. There's a foul committed there and a Groningen player on the deck. Bit of a flop. Oh, by word. Nothing's working this morning. It's a scrambly day. Holy cow. They played the same team. Both Groningen and Wrexham have had 2 games. One full, one previous. There's no subs listed, but I think they just subbed everybody out. There's an opportunity there, and Ogonko has to come all the way out of his box, and from 19 yards out, thumps it away as they pushed forward and almost snuck one there through the middle. Well, they did sneak it through. It was just Ogonko fortunately seeing that in advance, getting all the way out. I got so many questions about the season. Like, is Danny Ward, Burton, who's our number 2? There's some people who say that Ward's going to push Ogonko and potentially by the end of the season take his spot away from him. What are your thoughts on that? I don't necessarily agree with that. I think it's Ogonko all the time. But yeah, same Dutch team played. One second, please. We got the man, the myth, the legend. Oh. We're going to figure this out as... Just got a message from Brendan. Sorry, everybody. And now we're going to have to try and figure out a way to get him into this. And so I'm going to have to copy this and see if we can figure that out. So a little bit of preseason hiccups, I suppose. Not much going on here. O'Connor's got it, kicks it around. I will say this. The press is on, and Groningen looks quick. Under pressure, Kluwerth not able to handle that one, and they get it out. That's been about the second or third time, 5.5 minutes in, that they push the ball forward and then just mass pace at us, which is the one thing that I'm a little bit worried about. You talk about Cody, Scar, EOC in the back. Not the most fleet of foot, but is any center back really fleet of foot? Nice little settle down there by O'Brien and pushes it forward. Can't get there for Libby. Oh, he's able to step in front of it. And Kakache, number 2. Ooh, high kick. Yep. Fortunately didn't land. Chaos. It is. I see Brandon. Let's figure this one out here. I got you. I just got to fix the feed, and I can put you up in the top corner here, Brendan, in a second. I'm assuming you can hear me. I see you moving your lips, but I don't see the audio, so that could be a me problem. Oh, I know why, because you're muted, because you're not on the screen. We'll figure this out. Just give us a second, because I don't often operate these controls.
Can you hear me now?
I should have you there. I won't be able to hear you probably, unless I put you on monitor maybe, but go ahead and say hi.
Hello.
I'm going to do one thing. Well, I know why I can't hear you is because I don't have it plugged into my down there. I've got it plugged up here. Go ahead and say hi again.
Hello.
Yeah, there you are. I'm when you talk, there might be a bit of a reverb, I guess, is the only thing. And we'll figure it out. The hiccups.
So what happened?
I love that the chat's just doing its thing. Dave Foster throwed in $3. Thank you very much. And everybody's talking about the kit. They hear you, Brendan. You guys can hear him. I won't be able to hear him, and this is maybe a little bit dangerous, is because he can pretty much say whatever he wants. But Brendan, how you feeling about the season? It's nice to see you. Say hi to everybody. You should be able to speak to them, so go ahead.
Hello. I'm feeling good. A little, concerned. Haven't seen any of the new guys and how they all play together and everything. What happened? I thought this was supposed to start at 3 p.m., which would be 10 East Coast, and you're streaming this early. What happened? Did they move the time up? Are they playing 2 games and stream both? What's going on? Can you hear me at all, Sean?
I have a solution.
No, he can't. He can't hear me. Hey there, Woody. Hey, Dave. W&G, nice to see you. John. Giselle. Of course, Deandra there. And Dave Foster, I've been chatting to in Discord and other places. Jason, nice to see you. You can hear me. Great. He can't, but you can. That's good.
So you can hear him. I'm wondering if I can hear him now.
I understand the time zones are different.
I thought I had a solution.
I heard in multiple places was
just don't want to work it. Ooh, opportunity giveaway there.
I heard
Arthur
that
was able to pull that one aside.
They said it was supposed to be 3:00 Wales time, so I didn't see that.
Well, we'll leave you there, Brendan. Everybody else can chat with you. It's going to be a weird one, as I'm not going to be able to hear you, and I'm not exactly sure what happens. And I don't think we can jump streams once we've started and disconnect this one and get it fired up. So we'll just continue to focus on the game. Groningen out in swinger, dangerous, bounces around inside the box, foul called, push in the back. That looks like it was Hardy that got dumped on the ground. We also got TOC rolling around. Not a good start. Where can you watch the game, Steven? The link is up above. There's only one location, and it's in the pinned messages there. You've got to go to tour.wrexhamafc.com and click on there. If you are a subscriber, the link is free. If you're not a subscriber, you're going to be paying, what was it for me, $10 Canadian? Another left-footed in-swinger, low, flat, headed away there. No problem as Dobson slaps that one out, and now it's going to be thrown in quickly here. Back underway.
I heard that it's on Paramount Plus. I'm looking for it now, guys. I'll let you know if I can find it. It's always really hard. They hide it under live TV during the preseason.
Rente. 10 yards away. I'll tell you, Groningen's look better than us as far as this game started so far. I mean, I know that we're comfortable not being in possession. But there hasn't been a lot going the other way. But an opportunity there, counterattack. Windus moves it up. Barney running down the wing. Right-hand side, 18 yards, looking for a cross. It's there, took a shot instead. Easy save for Jurjus. Where's M to criticize my pronunciation? You got it wrong. You
have Deandra here. She can translate everything.
Keeper looks kind of Sunday League to me.
She can speak Dutch.
It's not on Paramount Plus. There's no option for Paramount Plus.
No? Okay.
And my fears and what I anticipated, I think are basically confirmed. If you're a Canadian and you go to the iFollow website, you'll notice that they don't have streams for all the televised games. So they're on TV, and that's it. And so... for those of us in Canada who want to watch, it's going to cost us almost as much as a season ticket, because you've got to have an annual membership to DAZN, plus you've got to dump in the annual iFollow membership. So, in fact, if you were smart about it, I guess I'd cancel the iFollow membership and just go match by match. But anyways, we'll figure that out for next year's. Dobson steals it with some nice work with Matty James, and back to Cleworth. Is that press from Groningen just non-stop, constant? Puts it forward, and Hardy can't do it and get it back to Windus as they don't connect, and Groningen's going to do their thing and just settle it down on the left-hand side. Julie, I can't for copyright reasons. I would love to be able to show the game. At one point in time, if I turned off the light behind me, at one point in time you could see the reflection there. I'm just going to pull this down. So the audio's working, so I just don't know why I can't hear Brendan on the control room, but I'm going to kick around that as we take a break just momentarily, as Matty James is going to get us back underway with a free kick. Brendan, you want to go again? Yeah, I got you.
Can you hear me?
I got you. Hey! So I didn't hear anything you said about the summer, the off season, all those sorts of things, but opportunity. Oh, foul. That's a card. At least a yellow. And if that was a competitive game, that'd be a red. What? Barney The sneaky little pull down grab stripped his player down to the floor after being beat. That was a goal scoring opportunity and a red card, but it's not. Watch this one. Brendan, if you've got the stream up, I don't know if you do.
No, I don't.
You don't. Oh, yeah. That's red all day. 20 yards out, beaten by the man, reaches around, puts his arms, pulls him, grabs him down by the hips. Maybe a little bit easy going down, but at the same time, you can't grab the guy by the hips and yank him to the floor. Griffith says got to be a red, so it's not just me. So fortunate there in a preseason game. Old school rules apply. Get it all done. Brendan, curious, of all of the signings, a double-barreled question. Which one do you think is the most needed, and which one are you most excited for so far?
Tough call. If Windass plays an attacking mid, then that's the position.
Yeah, that's
that I thought we were most needing. A legit threat / link up between the forwards and the mid.
And you think he's on the left side in Elliot Lee's spot?
That's why I'm not a fan of Kiefer Moore, bringing Kiefer Moore in. I don't know enough about him to judge him as a player, but if he's a Palmer replacement, and he's limited with the ball at his feet, and he's essentially a target man / the guy that you cross the ball to. Yeah, then what are we doing? We're playing just like we did last year, which is we can't go up the middle. We don't have any other options. We can only get it wide and cross it and hope something happens. And I just think that isn't as easy to do, especially if we're that one-dimensional again. It's easy enough to defend. I saw teams push wide on us, double team Barney, and we had nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
So we have to be able to strike through the middle, and Lee is certainly not.
Oh, and then I got a freeze from you there just at the end with respect to Lee, but it's like we're on the same page at least to start the season. That wasn't pretty. It's just when we've had opportunity, it just hasn't been good. They score. Fuck. That was Windass with a giveaway right in the middle of the pitch. Tried to push through, beat his man, couldn't, maybe got a little bit greedy. They bump it forward, a nice little pass on the left-hand side, about 5 yards out, tight angle, and it's just dumped over top. Van der Werf? The challenge with this one, and maybe this is a foreshadow, and you can say what you want to say, is we look like we are stuck in the mud. Pace has just beaten us. They've had the pressure on a couple of occasions. And whether they're advancing it forward through long balls through and chasing after it, whether that's us on a back pass and they're putting pressure on, or whether that's, as this one was, a turnover, build-up, counterattack, they're just too quick for us. We didn't have an answer for that at all. They just picked us apart, one pass forward, another pass forward, both down the left-hand side, and it's in the back of the net up over top of the shoulder of Ogonkwo, 1-0.
Did Ogonkwo have a chance at it?
Yeah. Angle was there, and in fact, he came out to challenge for it. I mean, it was well placed and well put out, but
I'm definitely worried about him this year.
You think the league is too high quality?
I think he's terrible with the ball at his feet. I think that he's way too slow in his decision making coming out. He's too slow decision making with the ball, passing it. He takes forever to load up to kick. I think faster, smarter players are going to get to him, and once they get in his head, he's going to be garbage.
Well, I asked. I don't know if you were listening to the stream while you were logging in, but I asked the question because there's a lot of people who believe that Ward and our Burton may end up superseding Ogonko. I'm not in that camp. I mean, let's be honest. I think he's found the confidence. Here they come with the pace. That's a brilliant pass. All the way over inside the box. We're back. Oh, yeah, just lifted up over top and just missed for Groningen. We're outclassed. We're outclassed. Willemsen with the opportunity there. Not even in the same park, league, pitch, whatever you want to call it, as these guys. Too fast, too clinical with their passing, too dogged in pursuit of the ball. And now Ogonko gets a goal kick and he lays it up for Scar to build up through the back. That's the one part of his game. So Ogonko's a shot stopper. And I'm okay with stealing a couple through his ability at stopping the ball if he's going to have a couple of groaners over the course of the year. And the fact that 2.5 balls are going to go outside of play on his restarts. But Kluwerth with it. Groningen laying off a little bit here for the first time in 21 minutes. Maybe a bit fortunate, giving us a chance. Don't want to blast us out of the park. Long ball, Dobson looking for Windus! Gorgeous! That was easy as. That long ball, let's talk Wrexham for a second as we go up 1-0. Goal is Dobson from inside his own half, just lifts long ball right through the middle. Windus splits the middle and on the volley, right foot from behind and plops it into the bottom left. What? I mean, we've had absolutely squat. Not a sniff of net. Not even a sniff of the... Oh, I guess we had one cross, I was going to say. But inside the penalty area, we've looked atrocious. And as it sits, we're 1-1 on a Windus goal. What the... I will take it. And maybe that's just what this year's going to be like, is we're going to call on the strikers to score on their limited opportunities, and we're going to just pump ball up through the middle of the pitch and through the sides through Barney, Longman, Kakache, McLean, and just cross our fingers, pucker our butts that one of those go in as we just watch Ogonko get pummeled with shots. What happened?
Someone said they liked Windus. Who was that? Who was that?
Yeah. See, I'm O'Brien because I think our midfield was weak and he adds the quality to it, and now I think we're set. So, and after you see Windus with that sort of finish, I'm like, maybe I don't want him as an attacking mid, and I'm comfortable with him being right up there. As Woody says, let's do hoofball then.
Yeah. My thought is though is we're not creative enough. I don't know that O'Brien's enough through the middle, and I'd rather just have
Windus again,
talented
cutting
guys.
you off because we've got an opportunity with Kakache. If that's your crosses, then I don't like it. Push the ball too far forward towards the corner. Tried to get out there with a looping left foot, and it was just a flat, ugly ball, easily collected. Go ahead. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off, but had a chance.
Yeah. No, I think we need three guys that can do something with the ball and score from range. I think you can't have Windus as the second forward. You know, he needs to be the third.
Yeah, it's
for me.
We got options, which is nice. And if people end up having
swirly.
Yeah, if people end up having a bit of a knock, is God. O'Brien, see, that's not what I saw in the highlights, was his ability just when he has the ball at feet, he just maintains possession, and then ends up eating a foul. Second most fouled player last year in the league. And TOC and a Groningen player getting into a bit of a pushing match there. I don't know what that was all about. But we're back underway. Santiago, how are you, my friend? Nice to see ya. John, so many familiar faces. Hardy, opportunity keeper out. Can he get and take advantage of it? He can. He's got a player coming in late. Hardy looking for the cross, plays it out, and too soft to get to Windus. And it's disrupted and goes out for a throw. Had opportunity, men scrambling everywhere. Max was running forward, licking his lips, and was calling for the ball, but instead it was a push-through pass about 9 yards away from the front of goal, trying to lead it there for Windus to run up to, but a little bit soft and so easily disrupted. And there's the Barney up flip, and I'm sorry, this keeper, like, even his saves are awkward. Like, he looks like he's... This isn't to criticize, but as far as footballers go, you don't often see short, pudgy, bald, bearded men in goal in the professional ranks. Yeah, rotate intelligently. I'm with Steven. I don't think Parkey rotates. I think he's going to find the two that he likes. He's going to ride them till they die, and when one of them doesn't play or they get hurt, another one's going to come in, and he's going to rotate until he finds what he thinks is the magic, and then that's going to be the two that will stay, even if the other guy comes back. Matty James, we've had an answer for the pressure through the passing at the moment. We've looked better on the ball, and a nice little play there by Barney to dance around, but God, they're fast. Just came back and nicked the ball right off of Barney. Yeah, Dave, in for the... I haven't bought the kits yet. I can't decide because that Welsh blanket training thing, I feel like I need to have that anyway. And let's be honest, I'm a ginger. I don't look good in yellow. I'm too translucent as it is. You put that on me, and I put that on for the streams. It's going to look like I'm glowing in the dark. So I'm thinking it's going to have to be the Patagonia third and the red for me. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, Steven's got the point. Look at what happened to Mullen. Yeah. But to be fair, Mullen was given more than enough chances in my eyes last year. More subscribers, always welcome. For those of you that are watching, we've got a good little mob that's joining. Feel free to hit the subscribe button so you can join the chat. As that one's dumped all the way forward and chased down, but it's going to go and just continue on to past the goal line as Rente can't go up and collect it, and Ogonko just the quick pass to TOC. Is this the last game that we see Tom O'Connor in a Wrexham jersey? That wasn't rhetorical, Brendan, unless you've frozen, I see.
No, I didn't. I was just letting you talk. It might be, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, right now, wouldn't you want six defenders, right? Like, I know we have the 6, but I don't really think you can put Scar or O'Connell wide. So so
if Brunt's down, who's your left back option? Is what you're saying?
Yeah, Cody's slow too. Brunt can play right or left, but Max is somewhat stuck on the right
side. Yeah,
like, you know, I'm thinking you're stuck with him. Like, if you told me they made some move to get rid of O'Connell or Scar, then that would make more sense to me, because there's 3 guys at that position, and all 3 of them really aren't an option to move. So I hear you, but you know,
I don't think his passing's quality enough. It wasn't quality enough for League One, so I'm even more pessimistic.
Neither Scar can't pass either.
Yeah, to be a little bit better defensively, I think.
At his position.
Mullen played 9 games. 9 games, obviously not all of them. Mullen had 9 starts. League One. 26 matches played, 9 starts, 1,161 minutes. So I think he had his cup of coffee. What are they charging for kits in Canada? I haven't ordered them yet. I went onto the US website and saw the prices, and then I was like, well, I want to order it straight from Wales, and I didn't chase it down to see if that's the option. I don't know why. It's just the summer for me has been an interesting one, just spending time with family and on TV sets. with my 5-year-old who's received his first ever paycheck and paid his first taxes. So if you have the Hallmark Channel, stay tuned, because you might see me featuring as an extra. Carrying my son around. So that's what I've been up to, is just family time. Is Groningen gonna have a left-footed in-swinger here from up against the goal line. They haven't been threatening so far, and they take the Notts County short corner, push it out right-hand side. This is gonna be Rente, gives it away. Counter attack potentially on Kakache, gets tripped up. Ooh, he calls ball, but that was Kakache pushing the ball too far forward, got tripped up, but no foul because it looked like it was bumped away from the defender coming back. And so it's all Groningen again, sniffing around the box, and their passing through the middle of the pitch is just, it's sexy. I'm sorry, it's sexy. Van Bergen draws it back. Resnick on the left-hand side. They're going to pull it back to the center backs through Pearson. They're working on the left side now. 45, 50 yards out, and the switch is on. Because once they decide to go there through the middle of the pitch, and well read by Scar, pumps that one out. Hardy, all by himself. He's going to be, and that's going to be a throw-in for us. Well done by him. Hardy battling hard. Ended up deflecting off of a player as he had to bounce around with 3-4 guys closing in on him and no support. As it is, it's all the way back to Ogonkwo now off the throw-in. Kluworth is going to thump it. Hoof ball! And they just step in front of Barney and clear it forward. Ugh. It's a preseason game, and this Willemsen guy, the goal scorer, he's a dick. Like, you want to talk about shithousery? This guy is all over it. He's had the pushing match with TOC there. Kluworth on a free kick, and he comes back, and he's just... He walks right into Kluworth and just kind of acts like, I'm walking here and I'm entitled to walk in a straight line. Nothing aggressive, nothing assertive, but just that bothersome little rat. Handball there on a long ball forward. Windus. So, a question for you, Brendan, if you've been able to see in advance on Paramount, or is Paramount covering like all of the Wrexham games? Televised or not televised, they get the same treatment in the US?
Yes, it has been. It's been doing all of them, and they said it was supposed to be doing this game unless they had some problem. But yes, all games.
Okay, because I think it's going to be a bone of contention for Canadians in that DAZN is... They're covering the televised game, and when they're doing it, the link is not available on iFollow. That's a tackle, and the referee said that's a fair tackle.
Then he gave it to him once the guy started rolling around.
Are you watching this on iFollow or on Paramount?
So I struggled last time to find it. It can be tricky when it's not a league game on Paramount, because they bury it under live TV, and it's not searchable. So
yeah, Santiago got his first Wrexham kit for Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. Had it sent from Wrexham to Cancun as we've got an injury there. It was a nice foul, and I think he hurt his shoulder. Too assertive of a flop, Brendan. I think that's
Yep. So the Dave was mentioning the price in the U.S. Besides it being more expensive, they only were the only two sizes left. So as usual, they did a crap job, managing quantity of popular sizes.
Pushing demand. That's all it is. All right. If you limit the supply, then you increase the interest. Was that how it works?
Yeah.
Deandra, the dangers of flopping aggressively. As Van Bergen just getting to his feet here. He's fine.
I don't know. Are they not? I haven't seen the third kit in the U.S. yet, only the first two, and then they didn't have the long sleeve immediately. They're just trickling it out in pieces
Yeah.
again.
There's Dave. US, it's 119 for a kit. Pounds to dollars would be 89. So it's cheaper to, if you can, to get it from Wales. And maybe I just talk to somebody in Wales and say, now that I've been to Wrexham, walk into the store for me and grab some stuff. And so I'd rather do it in one delivery. Nice strike. So, Ogonkwo getting over there. I think that would have been wide to the left-hand side. But the free kick from about 25, 27 yards out, up over top of the wall, and Ogonkwo had to get over there. We're now guarding against the short corners, and it's a right-footed in-swinger from the left-hand side here. Flat, low. Man, all sorts of options. Our corners are so much more predictable. We're going to put it at like 8-9 yards to the goal, 8-9 yards away from the goal, near post or far post, and try to chip it in, either direct or headed back into play. Where these guys have done short, they've done long, they've done through the air, flat ball through the middle of the box, and the throw in, the Tozer bomb, and a volley. O'Brien collects Kakache. He plays deep, pushes it forward for O'Brien on the run. He's got some pace,
nice.
and he gets up there and advances the ball forward. Can he get it again? Carras headed away a little bit too heavy, but we've got an opportunity here as Windus
nice.
gets forward, leaves it there. That's a free kick, you bet. Body check. Body check. Was that on Kakache? It was. The deuce.
But you see that back tap and that great cross by O'Brien?
And the fact that he did that on full race, full speed, got to the ball close to the line and was able to find a way to cut it back is delicious. This is one of those ones that's too close. You got to smash it through the wall or play something, because you're not going to up and down this into the back of the net.
Yeah, but what the heck was Matty James doing all the way up there? I mean, I wasn't expecting that.
Well, I think he was filling a hole because Kakache was so far back, right? Kakache was playing really, really deep. So if you're Matty James and you see him chasing forward, then why not get
you
up
got
and
to
go on the
support
run?
it. You got to support the run. I get you.
Yeah. Windus lined up, TOC with his left foot on the other side. Who's going to have the take for on the wall? Smashed off the bean of a player, and then a soft little plop into the keeper. Dave, in 30 years of international travel, I've never had to order Forex. And that's the other thing that was mentioned there, as far as you saying the staggered. I just don't like paying duty 3 times and shipping 3 times, so I'm not going to order the kit until I can get all 3. And if I can't get them,
that's same here. Yeah, I don't understand the staggered. I think it's bullshit.
Yeah, I was peeved about it last year. This year, I'm not going to order the kit until I can get all 3. And if I can't get all 3, I'm going to wait until they're 50% off. Oh, that's going to go in the back of the net. Oh, Gonk, there. What did you say about whoopsies?
Yeah, he's awful at judging when to come out and when not to.
I don't.
It's horrible.
That was all on Ogonkwo. That was just a long ball that was. Could he have got to this off of the header? I guess late opportunity to react to sort of the flick on by Scar. The Scar set that one up perfectly. So blame Scar for heading it the wrong way. And is that Willemsen again?
Wasn't that Max? That wasn't Max who headed it?
No, I thought that was Scar. Too much hair. Yeah, and Mia's talking, it was Scar. Just advanced it over towards the far post, and the Rat. And let's be honest, the way that Willemsen plays, I'd like to see him on our team, because he'd fit right in. Jason's, why do you have to rub it in? You've only had to pay duty once? That's not fair. Going to be another corner here as Kakache knocks it behind the net, and away we go. Holy, we got... Oh no, that's the purple throws me off. He's our shot stopper, but he has his brain fart moments, right? And that's what Brennan was talking about. And on the replay, I was a little bit maybe unfair to him live. On the replay, Scar heads it. He's good clear there. Matty James, Dan Scar into a battle, win that ball, but it's going to come back, and Groningen going to throw it back into the box. Prince gets it over to Willemsen, who's everywhere, over on the left-hand side here, and he's just going to draw it back, and they're going to set it up as Groningen. So it got flicked on by Scar there towards the far post, and for Ogonko, he's coming out to collect it and make sure it doesn't get to Willemsen, and then all of a sudden it's in the air up over top of his head. So I was maybe a little bit hard on Ogonko initially. And that's Mia's asking about communication and whether that was there, and that's the question that we'll never know. And to be fair, having attended 3 games, the only time I heard Ogonko's voice was when he was talking to Mo Fall in the lineup before they went into the dressing room. I didn't hear him at all during the game, come to think of it. Here's another question for those of you that are members, and the ballot system for tickets that they're promoting. Isn't that an odd sort of thing in that, as I understand how that system will work, is it's just all random. We can put our name in, if you're a member, for tickets, and then get the tickets and then sell them at face value or give them to your friends. Is that not... I just don't like...
Sorry? It's hard to pick up, though. How do you pick them up, though?
Oh, you can e-transfer through the tickets. They come electronically. You can pick them up as well. I've got a physical copy in my wallet, but I didn't use that one. I got the electronic one and scanned that one in when I went through. So you can transfer them electronically. And so it's going to be one of those things, like a consideration for international fans that were thinking of going over and getting tickets, is you're going to go and maybe not have those tickets secured and hope you're... Oof.
Yeah, that's just not acceptable. You can't book a several $1,000 trip and then have zero idea whether or not you're going to get it.
Right. And so then are you relying... It's one of those things that I want to be able to discuss and figure out, because, is it going to become common process for us as a collective to end up balloting for tickets so that we can try to secure them in case somebody goes over, and if they don't, then we give them? Because now you've got this weird international local discord, right? Because
Sean, what does
you froze. Sorry, go ahead.
Let me see. Why they wait to release tickets for a game to a couple of weeks before or a week before the game? Like in the US, you can buy any game for the whole season day one. Like, so you can plan 6 months in advance for someone's birthday. You're taking them to a game. You're doing that. You know what I mean? Why the hell do they wait so that you don't know? You have to make all these other plans, spend all this other money on the hopes that you're able to get a ticket. I'm not getting it. Why hold back? Why not sell them all?
Yeah, I don't have an answer to that. I know that they try to stagger them so that it's easier on the back pocket for people who, because they have a limited supply. What it doesn't make sense for is Wrexham's in a unique situation. We were 10,500 in the stadium this year, and they're going to sell out all of those and probably be able to fill it 2 or 3 times over. And so they stagger them, I think, a little bit just to make sure that everybody gets... Well, even that doesn't make any sense to me as I'm talking my way through.
No, it doesn't. Like...
You want to get the tickets, you put them all up, and you let everybody pick what they want to get. And let's be honest, with season tickets, it's only going to be 2,000 or 3,000. And you let people see if they can secure it. And if you end up getting one for February 12th, then that's when you buy your tickets and when you go, right? Somebody have to explain it to me.
Hey, Ruby, how are you?
Ruby, how are you? Yeah, but the loyalty scheme makes more sense to me than the system that they have, and because if they do a pure ballot, how many of... let's just talk about memberships for a second here. I don't know how many of you have memberships, but it's one of those things that for 50 quid, or if you want to get the digital one, it's 20 quid. it's not much. I'm happy to throw some money for the entertainment that I'm getting, right? And so I'll give the club $20 direct or 50 quid direct, and get my little digital card and my physical card and my free option, my free. What did I get? A scarf last year, if I so choose. I did get a scarf. It's right over here. And I'll happily pay that. So, but now I've got this ballot for a ticket. Well, I'm only going. Like, I don't think I'm going this year, to be fair. But I went to 3 games last year. But now you're encouraging us to secure tickets so that we can make sure that our friends can go, whether they be in Wrexham or International. And that's going to take away from tickets for the people that are there. I guess it's a supply issue in any way, in any event. But it just seems weird to me that. I mean, if it was, I guess, North America, we'd be scalping the hell out of them, wouldn't we? So the game back and forth, we're into added time. Didn't see how much added time is going to be there, but we'll be available at the half. And there's the whistle for the half. So we'll stop this one. Brendan, from what you saw, because I think you joined it with, 25 minutes in?
Yeah.
What's your take on the first half there?
I don't know. It looks like some of our players are still acclimating to a game where everyone's a lot faster and pressing, more aggressive. Kind of the stuff I think most of us were most concerned about, right? So I'm glad they're getting a look at that, and hopefully they wake up and are awake for the real start of the season next week.
I think we're fortunate to be in this one at 2-1. I think we've been. I mean, what was Groningen last year? 13th out of in the Dutch First Division. So a solid club, but not exceptional. And the fact that they're as quick as they have been, and their press has broken us down as much as it has. Like, we've had one sniff at the net, and it was, if not for a bit of luck, a bit of fortuitousness, and a nice volley by Windus, we're not even in the same league as Groningen as far as this game has been concerned, and we should have a red card, to be fair. So I'm a little bit I'm frustrated. The concern that I have is I don't know if this is pace only consideration, right? So it seems to be a rust only consideration. To me, it's a pace thing too. We just don't seem to have the ponies to run with these guys. Algonquin distribution has not improved, says Dave Foster. I thought Libby had some creativity, not just hit wall, pass back. Yeah, I mean, the nice thing I've seen about Libby is he's not afraid to come back defensively, and he's been there twice to sort of steal opportunities away. Son, are you talking about from Tottenham's Son, Dave? Ended up announcing his retirement. I thought he was going to end up going over. I mean, the fascinating thing for me, I am not a Vancouver Whitecaps fan, largely now because of how the Whitecaps fans were when Wrexham came. But I might have to go to some games with Jason, because the rumor is on Tuesday they're signing Thomas Müller from Bayern Munich. So I might have to go and embrace the retirement tour that he's going to take. One thing to talk about, or a couple things to talk about. I'm going to, first off, take the Discord, and I'm going to get rid of that link that's there, and I'm going to post this one so that you guys have that available for you. Oh, that's not it. And I hate that it does this. Copy, and it does. There it is. Join us on Discord. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is, and I have to use my phone for this, so we'll just figure this out. I wanted to do a score predictor this year, and I didn't want to track it myself. And so I ended up finding out that there is a website called Super Brew Football, and I'll type that one in there, Super Brew. You can download it on the Play Store. You can download it on Apple. You can play on it via the desktop by Googling Super Brew and going there. Log into it. Say that you're a Wrexham fan, you're interested in the championship, and if you do a public search, Dave Foster figured this out yesterday for me, and thank you for Dave for doing that. That if you search for the Red Horde, 3 separate words, the space red space horde, join the Discord. They have maple cookies. Crap! Now I gotta bake or buy some cookies. The Red Horde. You'll find our league, and you can go in there and you can make your score predictions, and it will go through over the course of the year. I'd like to do some prizes with it, and we'll see how things go. Monthly winner, maybe set a timeline for a winner, have a season winner, whatever that is, and so we'll figure all of that out. But yeah, embrace that for what it's worth. Super Brew, just put it into your Google on your phone, download it. It's only got 10,000 people there. It's not the most intuitive as far as clicking around, but the graphics are fine, and we can set it all up, do a score predictor, and then people can make fun. I don't like to play fantasy football. Brendan, what's your thoughts on the fantasy football thing? Do you play? Then when I say football, I mean...
I did last year, and then I don't think I'm going to this year. I didn't start.
Why the decision not to this year?
There's parts of it that I think are bad and lazy in that they don't list injured players. You have to know everybody in every league to know whether a guy is definitely injured, and it'll let you select guys that are definitely out, and you can't tell. And I guess from someone who doesn't know, I didn't know anybody really in the championship, and I didn't know when guys got dings in League 2 when we were in League 1. So I was ahead. I was first in the league, and then I started putting in all sorts of players that were injured, and I should have been able to find that out, but it's not easy, and I don't have time, and I don't care that much to spend a ridiculous amount of effort researching every player to make sure they're playing that week. So I was just like, no, this isn't worth it. I played in back-to-back weeks, like 3 guys not in the game, and then I plummeted down and could never recover. So
I get Dave's perspective here. Dave Foster says, fantasy EFL takes away precious time from my dedication to Wrexham. The other thing that I don't like about the fantasy sports stuff is I always end up with players who I end up choosing from a team that I don't necessarily like, or I don't want to win. And then I'm in this weird position where I'm like, oh, I want that guy to score 3 goals, but I really need that team to lose. And so, not my favorite thing to take part in. So Discord link is up above. I asked about, I don't know if you were here when I watched, bringing the chat in screen, and I think the vote is there. I'm going to end that poll, and it sounds like slightly popular. 36% no, 30% yes, and 33% only if it's pretty. So that's 63% saying if you can get it right, then maybe bring it in screen. I tried it with the CSS and it didn't really work, so we'll see if I can continue to play around with that. The Discord is there. The other thing that we're talking about is whether the after 90 minutes should come back. Maybe I'll put that up as a poll and people can vote on that one. Start a poll. Should we bring back the after 90 minutes? Yes, no. Start that poll. Because I think I'll have the time and the ability to do it. And so I'm happy to do that. May link up with Josh over at the local pundit, I'm not sure. But wouldn't mind, at least for a little bit afterwards, covering what we saw and what we didn't see. I'm also trying to, I put the spreadsheet together. I want to be able to track better the comment of the game, the player of the game, so that we can keep track of that, as well as where we were statistically when we played the team that we were playing against. Because last year you could see our stats as far as, opportunities per game, passes per game, goalkeeping, save percentage, shots on goal per 90, and where we sit within the league, you could see where we were going up and down over the year, over the season, and I wanted to keep track of where we ranked throughout. So,
You know what? I can make a channel on the Discord server that only you can edit, and then we can copy the comment to the game and into something. That way people can go and still see them. We have a list of...
Because I was going to do that, or I was just going to share the Google Sheets that I made, and we can fill that out. And that's what I...
Well, just do it on a Google Sheet, and then you can edit the Google Sheet and keep re-uploading it. But yeah, it would be great to have,
a tracker.
you know, the game, what the score was, what the thing was that was said, and by whom.
Yeah, and even just a little bit of the notes, right? Like if we would have had one from last season, I would have had like maybe a red highlight on it to say like those were points that were dropped because the referee late penalties kind of stole it from us, those sorts of things. Because when you get through 46 games plus the league games, it can be a little bit onerous. Are you surprised at how low the ticket sales are for Tuesday against Hull City?
I've never understood the sentiment of this isn't a league game, so therefore I will never buy tickets no matter what the it is. I've never understood that. So I get that's a cultural thing, right? I'm too late to the game to understand the significance of that. So
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's that, right? Like they don't go to first rounds, they don't go to second rounds, you know.
Well, I can understand for the Virtue Trophy, right? If you're a UK football
I don't understand
fan,
it for any of them. No, I don't understand for any
the
of them.
protest to say I don't want the U21s to come down and end up taking spots away, I can kind of understand. As far as the Hull City match is an EFL Cup game, like the EFL Cup's a legit trophy. It gets you a spot in Europe if you win it, right? I don't get the.
But the other thing is you and I are like, we can't walk down the street. We haven't gone and sat in the Kyrask 52 times where, you know, one for a game that you don't think's all that important, maybe you choose not to make that game, right?
Sure.
But for us, it would be a treat if they were playing against the women, we'd go watch it, right? Like there's a difference in our mindset about how important it is to go sit in the Kyras and watch a game. Irrelevant is the significance of that game, right? And so I think we're just coming from a different place, right?
I'm gonna have to abandon you for maybe about 5 to 7 minutes here.
Okay.
To deal with something on my phone, so I will be right back. I'm wondering if I can make you big on the screen. So let me do that.
I've worked hard all summer to make myself big. So
I don't know if I'm supposed to say it looks. You look it.
no, actually, I'm not. I just went and got a health check. I actually surprisingly turned out very, very well. So
perfect. I'm gonna. You're on the main screen. And so I'm going to leave you for a second and just slide over and attend to what I need to attend to.
All right, I will take over. You know what? I see Cooper Haney in here, and I wanted to say welcome, Cooper. I have not seen you in previous games, and I like that you joined in and have been, throwing your opinion out there in the chat. Welcome. If you want to tell us something about yourself, what country you're from, or how long you've been a Wrexham fan, anything that would be pretty cool. Welcome to the Red Horde here. So I saw a couple of people, W&G's now mentioning it, and I think it was another new fan, another person that I did not recognize from being in the chat a lot. Up above, let me see if I can find it, that Mullen did not start in the first game of the season for Wigan, that he's on the bench. And I strangely watched a Wigan preseason game just to see him play. And He didn't look sharper. He didn't he didn't not look like himself, but he didn't look particularly sharp. He certainly didn't come off as dominant. And then he got the ball and kind of whiffed on a play or two. So hey, like let go. Um, so yeah, I wasn't impressed. Like from that one game, other players, other forwards looked like they were getting open, looked faster, more active, um, looked more dangerous. So from just watching one preseason, which obviously isn't fair, and there's practice and stuff like that. When it was said today that he didn't start, I was like, well, that kind of jives with what I was seeing in the preseason game. So. Like Lecco, you're asking who's on the team. Are you asking about the numerous transfers, or are you asking about just the latest stuff? Did Kiefer Moore make it, or Broadhead, or anything? It's so great. I've been dying to get back into this and chat with you guys. It's nice to see so many of you joining right from go here on this preseason game. I keep forgetting there's like a delay. I say stuff and I'm like, wow, you guys are as slow a typers as I am. But you have to wait until it rebroadcasts me out talking to you, and then you hear it, then you go and type. I am glad that I'll be able to watch it, like I said, on Paramount Plus, so that that's one less feed that's coming into my computer, making it so that the whole stream will be less likely to have issues, because then I get to watch it on, I have a TV and a monitor, and then I can have the game on the TV, Paramount Plus, and I can be doing all the streaming stuff and production on the computer. So I'm excited about that. Well, it's great to know a little bit about you. Another American in the chat, Cooper. Nice to welcome. Nice to see you. It's nice to have a Cooper in the chat as opposed to another Dave, because if your name was Dave, then we would have to assign you a number, because we have more than a half dozen regular Daves that are in here every week. Somewhere between a half dozen and a dozen Daves. It's quite a few Johns, but Daves dominate. Luton won from an own goal. I was trying to get something was goofy with Paramount, so I'm glad they're having the problems now so that they can work it out before next week when the championship starts. But I wanted to watch some of the Wigan game while we were watching this to see if what do you call it? Oh, the game's back on. Sean took off. I will call the game. All right, we're working it down the left side here. Cross comes in. Ball's knocked away. Oh, nice steal. Oh, little collision there. Yeah, that looked pretty good, Dobson showing some nice hustle there. They're trying to work it out from the back. Rep pressing. This was what I was a little concerned about. I mean, I don't know if Sean talked about it or not, but like I was saying, I really want Windass to be an attacking middle, not the classic 10 or whatever, the second forward in a 1-1 setup for me, because I'd love to see like Hardy and Smith, so that we can make sure we have enough speed and active players up front that can press. Because I'm worried if we try to just defend all game and park the bus and then occasionally counter, that we're going to be in trouble. And so for me, I want to be able to press. And I'm worried that if you have Kiefer Moore up there, or if you have Windass in the top two, that he's not necessarily known to be as fast and constantly moving and active as is Hardy. So I really like, Hardy doing all that, whether or not he's scoring goals, just being fast, disrupting the back line defense, and being able to press. Like, you can contribute in ways other than scoring goals, right? So, and again, I want as much quality on the pitch at once. Here we go. Here's Barney down the right. Tries to cross. Nothing happening there. He had to either cross earlier there or bring it inside. The guy was shading his right foot. Yeah, as much as Huddersfield loaded up, I mean, Leyton Orient was playing really well towards the end of the year, but I would have thought that Huddersfield was going to, maybe dominate from go this year. Not a bad cross in, good header. Ball's kicked around and cleared out. Knocked out wide, looks like it's going to go out. It is. Liberato Cacace. So his highlight reel is fantastic. Oh, look at great give and go. Ball rolls out. Or goal kick. Just as much as seeing a younger quality player coming in with experience is what you want to see on the team. I like the fact that it's clear now that we're trying to find players. We're not just picking name players, and the pool of players that we're looking at is not limited just to the EFL, right? So it's nice seeing that they finally brought somebody else in, that they are paying attention elsewhere. I was worried that our scouting was limited to whatever games Parky could drive to. W&G throwing all the League One scores up. Pressing here in the middle. Dabo being nice and aggressive. He better be. I mean, he better be showing stuff and making stuff happen and be active. I hope this lights a spark under his butt. I also wonder, with the ability to have so many guys on the bench in a game and substitute, if you're just aware that, you're not going to be in the whole game. So you have to, you don't have to pace yourself. You're not trying to make it 90-something minutes. You're just, I'm going to go all out, period. Yeah, I can't start the timer. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. Sean's doing that, and he ran away. So typically I'm to blame for the timer not starting, but not in this scenario because I am not producing today. I am holding down the fort while Sean ran into another room. Yeah, I'm sure it says halftime and the score is off. I have no control of either one of them. But thank you for letting me know. It's important to let us know because oftentimes we get going and as fans, we're watching the game and we're not paying attention. Ball's getting knocked around back and forth. I think we look, for the most part, sharp and active in this second half. I don't know how you guys feel. Herb, what are you doing here, my man? Was not expecting you to show up into the chat. My brother from another mother, my best friend Herb, is in the chat. Well, is Sean coming back in? What's going on here? No, he's still off. Off addressing family issues as usual. I can hear his kids in the background, though. Groaning with the ball. I tried to cross it in. A good block. Again, I like seeing us up and pressuring. I think that's going to be needed here in the championship. I don't think we can just sit back with the parking the bus for, giving up 75, 80% possession. Here comes a play across in the middle. Defense swarms. Ball trickles to Okonkwo. He has it at his feet. How are we looking? We did not look great. 1, 2, 3. Early. Looks like I missed it, but according to Sean, we looked kind of a little slow and kind of a little in shock at the pace and the constant movement. RKO late to the game, but it's RKO. That's what he does. Nice to see you, sir. Ball's kicked all the way back. Tried to counter there. Pass was a little long. Santiago, how are you liking the third kit there? Tell me this, is the third kit, do they have the horizontal stripes for some reason as opposed to verticals? I mean, I understand that if you're trying to match flags, all the stripes and flags for the most part, a lot of the stripes go horizontal, but like, I think Argentina's, nice cross. Here it is, setting it up. Barney, a little late to the game, comes in. Oh, needed to be faster. That was a great setup. Not able to finish. Way too slow to get to it. Got to be there. What a setup here by Hardy. Crosses it right out in front. Defender gets over enough to limit Barney's option. Barney just has to hit straight into him. Who's on the ground? Is that Cleworth? I can't tell. The Welsh Patagonia flag has horizontal, because I thought like the international teams and everything, they had the stripes vertically. I'm just not a fan of the horizontal stripes. I don't think it looks good. And I love like the etchings of the dragons and stuff in that, but it being white and everything, it kind of fades the blue to, I don't know. Maybe if I look at it in person, it'll hit different. But the blue is so light and the red is so prominent. It just, I don't know. And I don't like the big white patch in the back. Like if the whole back was white, it's one thing, but to have the two stripes at the bottom still be there, and then just the big white square where you'd be putting numbers potentially. I don't like that look either. I don't know. Collar, it doesn't look great. Maybe in person it would look better. I'm okay with the yellow and green kit. I guess I don't need another red. It's not that spectacular that I'm like, okay, I got to get that home kit. I do like the long sleeves though. I can hear Sean lurking around in the background. Yeah, Deandra, doesn't he look like he's very active out there? He realizes he's on the cusp of whether or not he's going to see playing time once everyone's healthy and they get everyone in, right? So he better show something. Oh, you only saw the. Yeah, do you know what I'm talking about, RKO, where they kind of they make a big white square essentially where the number will go for the most part. That's kind of what they did. So there's the bottom two stripes or horizontal stripes are there, and then the top is all white, but only in the back. I just think that looks off to me. I know I'm being picky, but I love the idea of the etchings and the dragon being in there. I like those touches. I love that some of these red ones, like you get either the scales of the dragon or, symbols of the dragon kind of hidden in there, and you really can't necessarily see till you get up a little bit closer. Kind of like that. But the way they've done it with the dragon inside the blue stripes, it really like dulls the blue stripes, and I don't know if I like it. So. Yeah, I don't need to look any wider, John, with the horizontal stripes. All being kicked back and forth. Here's an opportunity. Ball's over on the left side. It's in the box. Barney's D'ing him up. Passes around. Here comes a chip in. Gets deflected. Here we come. Sprinting back the other way. Oh, nice bump. Hardy staying up. Crosses it. Oh, that was a tough cross. There's Hardy now. Sorry. It was not Hardy before. Kakache steals it. Kicks it wide. O'Brien, little give and go. Trying to get some teamwork there. Trying to get to know one another there. Ball's going to be kicked out wide to Barney. Slice it in early. Slice it in early. There he goes. There it is. Ooh, that was really good. It was on point. They just couldn't knock it home. Windass not able to finish there. Dobson keeps it alive. Nice job. Ball's cleared back to O'Connell. Here's Barney again. Yeah, cut it back. Yeah, bring it back into the middle. Dabo hits it over to Max. Love seeing when Max or Brunt come all the way up. Give us numbers. A little pressure by them on our defense as we swing it around the back. End up coughing it up. Chip in, across, wide open player, and he just fucking blows it. Oh. Good play by them. And it would have been difficult because Okonkwo was in pretty good position to address it. But, yeah, just flubs that one-timer. Barney Dabo, unable to link up with Windass. think that's one that's running down the right side. Yeah. Have to get used to everyone's haircuts and numbers. Wow. O'Brien's motoring there. Good effort. Whew. Like to see that. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Thanks, Deandra. Like the tiny redheaded guy, the pale redheaded guy. I can figure out who he is. It's all the other guys that look so much alike. Ball's being kicked back around. This is where it gets dangerous for me. When they try to work it around the back through Okonkwo, just worries me. Good pass up the middle there. Like to see that probing these long crosses. It can't float it out there like that was just floated. Like Kakacha taking on his man. Good cross. Very close. Nice ball for Hardy there. Just didn't link up. A good run by him. Good timing. Kakache saw it and put it where he needed to. Very close. That's promising. Is Kakache left-footed or right-footed? Because that was a right-footed cross there. I thought he was left-footed. Someone want to yell that out for me? I'm okay with occasional long ball testing the defense, having that threat. You can make a couple of runs like that, spread the defense out a little bit, and you can find the pockets in between, get something good going. Yeah, Barkey doesn't know that it's that he's come. Well, you know Parky, right? Like for the most part, it's the 70th minute, right? That's when you can expect the subs really to come in. So we're approaching it. Another couple of minutes. Should see guys getting up and jogging around. Help me out, Santiago. What is Naruto? Or Naratu? However, my pronunciation is butchering the word. It's my fault. There's the cross. Oh. Attempted left footer. O'Brien being up front, trying to play the wide. Yeah, cut it a little sharp. That needed to come down just a smidge by Barney there. He saw O'Brien streaking into the gap on the far side, but unable to link up. Not a bad pass though. Yeah, 68-30 I'm coming up on, which oh, it's an anime series. Thanks, John. Here they are. Shot on the ground, not really a tester there. Easy play for Okonkwo. Kakashi, similar to Kakashi, I get you. Well, that was a good, tricky little pull there that everyone who's a fan of that anime series probably got, but I did not. But I appreciate obscure references, so I just usually link them up to old movies. Old in the sense that, 70s, 80s, 90s movies. A little bit of a flop. I don't know that we tied him up that much. Yeah, I miss Fletcher too. I was wondering when they let him go if that was a sign. I mean, we don't know what they were paying him per week, right? So I didn't know if his wages were pretty high, and if they felt that they didn't want necessarily a Fletcher type to come off the bench, which is someone who isn't that mobile, but has quality and finishes. If they basically felt that they needed to fill that spot with like another guy that could chew up significant minutes if needed, that was that had a lot of pace and energy and still had some amount of quality, right? So I thought that was kind of a statement where their bench players couldn't be guys that were significantly limited and were really only 15 20-minute options. So I was kind of bummed because I thought that was your highest quality player. But Andy's clutch, right? But at the same time, I thought that at some point you need to go in a direction where you're not relying on a Stephen Fletcher to bail you out. So and as many changes as they've made, and they may still make, they were at least attempting what I thought that meant when they got rid of him. Dobson doing a decent job. Nice run out by O'Brien. Good pass. Cuts it back. Like to see this. Pass it out wide there. There it is. Tough pass. Kakache, nice chip in. Low. Anything? They giving it to us? What? O'Brien took him out? Oh, man, that's not... Get out of here. He just flopped. Came over late and just dropped onto O'Brien. Fake grimace and fake limp. Uh-oh. That was a little dangerous. Could be a little faster there, Max. Oh, there we go. Call that thing out. Come on, call that out, ref. He got pushed while in the air. I don't know. I hope he's not actually dinged up because he was over dramatizing the foul and ends up hurting his shoulder by falling funny. I wonder how many times that happens in which they're trying to sell a foul, and they're in the process of trying to flop, and flail. They don't protect themselves and get hurt. He's back. I can hear him in the background. You didn't see who's wearing the captain's band? I thought it was James. I believe that's who's wearing it at the moment. Matty James. Yep. Deandra. Deandra thinks that's who it is, so I would go with her expert opinion. No foul call. Ball being kicked around the back. Thrown here by TSC. So I liked what I'm seeing out of O'Brien so far. He's active. He's all over the pitch. He's making smart runs. He's willing to tackle, be aggressive, get into it. Attempted some give and goes there. So yeah, it's looking good. I understand that you want to put out two teams that you want to let all the players get some time. I was hoping that we were going to be able to get a hint of who's the first team versus the second team, that he was going to load them up in a way that made you go, oh yeah, those guys are definitely the starters, and those guys are fighting for a spot on the team. Just to see how good we could look, but it doesn't appear that we've done that. It appears that they broke us up kind of 50-50, right? So I think we all have a decent idea about who'll be starting, but it would have been good to see that. I agree with you, Deandra. Dobson's like, I'm not going to make it easy for you. Dobson's going to start clearing out his own players to make sure he can play. Throwing on the right side. 77th minute. You expected subs already. I don't know. Maybe you guys can shut it out. I did not look. Who's on the bench that didn't play in the first game that you think Parky needs to get in the game because they're going to be on the team, right? You need to get them some time. Like, is there anybody? Like, I can see certain players getting in because you don't want to run Matty James ragged, right? Or something like that. But, here we go. Good pass, wide open. Oh, no, not that great of a pass. It allowed three guys to come back. What a shit pass by them. They had it. Great opportunity, just absolutely blown by Groening. Another breakaway here again. D'd up pretty decently. Barney gets it, clears it up. No one really to go to. Forwards all the way back. Nice hustle. Windus and Hardy have been quite active. Love to see it. That was a bad clear. Nice flop. Tried to go long. I like that they keep trying it, right? Like Hardy and Windass are sprinting down, 1-on-1 or 1-on-2, and they're showing confidence in them and trying to regularly knock it out to them. Again, I think that pays off in other league games where teams will be wary of that, and that spread will allow us to see other opportunities in the middle. Is Barney O'Brien now with it? Finally gave us a shot of Parkey on the sideline there. Here they go. They're coming forward again. Chipped out into nowhere. The number of times that's happened is a little alarming. We have a lot of room. They keep chipping it in behind us and running those down. O'Brien unable to link up. Not a great pass there. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on comments. Sub for the home team. Looks like a Wrexham sub. Who's on the ground there, Dobson? Bunch of players testing up there. Oh, it's TOC coming off. Oh, one of the new young kids coming into the game. Sorry, I had to reset a few things here. Yeah, so I think they have everyone in that they need. They don't need really to get anyone more time at the moment. Kakache, strong run, able to hold his line, get a corner. Been at the pub all day, Lake Lucko. Oh, nice. Oh, nice back foot. Good fight by Max, who's being fouled to try to keep that alive. And then I couldn't tell who that was with the back foot. Come on, you're offsides. Get on sides, Hardy. Uh, yeah, that would have been a slow shot. He didn't get a lot on that kind of back flick or back, almost back heel there. And it was trickling. It was a apt description of that ball trying to get in. It's a good question, John. They seem to be. I mean, they have way too many guys that they haven't found homes for. I don't know if things open up once the season starts and teams realize that they're missing something. If it's easier then to get rid of some of your players, but we don't do a good job at finding homes and loans and stuff like that. So um, I don't know. And the fact that we don't have a ton of older players, but we have some. So I could see keeping some young guys around at least the first half of the season to kind of see what you need and what you don't need. That way, if you need someone to gobble up minutes in a game or you're kind of dinged up at certain positions, you have those extra bodies that don't count against the player cap. So I could see them keeping some of the young guys and not sending them out. Obviously, guys like Fall and stuff like that no longer fit under that, so they have to go. But I think Ashfield is still young enough, right? '86th minute coming up on here. Overall, in the second half, I think we've probably looked better. Um, Occasionally, we've looked dangerous, not dangerous enough, but I like the looks of Windass and Hardy. Again, like I said, I would rather Windass not be that far forward, but Max with the throw in here. Thanks, John. Yes, he's under 21. So yeah, I mean, I could picture him staying with the team at least the first half. Getting making sure that we have what we need for the championship. Being safe instead of this sorry. Have a couple extra young kids on the bench. Oh, ball's played out. Strangely, have a lot of players moving around over there on the side for Wrexham. So cross in. Needed to be better than that. 3-1. I don't understand. I mean, I guess that was a good header. Not too much Okonkwo could do about that. Yeah, we are not winning this preseason game again. I don't particularly care. Would say this though. I always felt last year we were very shaky on defending corners, and don't know if we actually were that we had a poor success rate at defending corners. It certainly felt like it. I don't know what the numbers were, but I thought that was an area in which we could stand to use a lot of effort. a lot more effort
I'm back.
in doing. There he is,
Sometimes work
Mister.
ends up being a thing,
Oh,
even
yeah.
on Saturday mornings. Anyways, that goal sucked. Corner in from to the far post, and just too many white jerseys. There was literally 4 white jerseys, and they could have picked any one of them to put that into the back of the net. So that's not an Algonquin thing. That's a defensive coverage in the box thing, and that's probably the worst corner defense I've seen Wrexham have. Period. So whether that's their quality, their pace, I just don't know how that our left side ends up having that many vacancies. Frustrating is what this game is. I mean, does it matter big picture? No. And to your point, that do you care that they're really losing? No. But if you look at stuff, we're being abused, and that's the concerning part. Is you can the A-League stuff, whatever, kids that are out there out for a mad run, we're not really into it. It's kind of a spectator thing, but this is an extra game that we wanted to play so that we could look good for the season and bang out the rust. And like there's that pass from Cleworth right up the middle of the pitch to a white jersey. Like we've not looked caliber. And I don't know, maybe that's a sign that the jump is higher. Is there a reckoning coming? This is a team that in middle of the pack in the top division of the Dutch league, comparative to where we are at. We didn't put all of our starters out there, but we put out our fair share, and we just haven't looked good. Libby hasn't looked good. Have you defensively, we've had lapses. The biggest thing for me is pace. We look slow. And I guess that's what's concerning to me.
I think we've looked a little slow. We looked faster than we did last year. I guess what's more concerning to me was the number of really, really good opportunities that they had on runs where it appeared we only really had 2 defenders back, not 3 or 4, on the far side that you could shift and come over. I mean, I understand. I just didn't think we would be so aggressive that we would be just leaving them to have numbers against us as regularly as they have.
As far as
you just keep turning and you see 4 or 5 white shirts against 2 red, or 3.
Yeah, see this pass right to the middle to Willemsen again. How does that get past the defender? Scar end up on the wrong side of the man, and Willemsen ends up with an opportunity. It's
But it's way too many times. It's not a one-time thing. Our defense looks more than getting beat speed-wise. There's so much space and so many gaps, and the ball's just being tossed out there. Then we get outrun.
Yeah. So there's the final whistle.
Yeah, positioning's just poor. They don't have the angles. They're leaving themselves in bad positions.
Well, there's
so much to work on.
There's going to be a lot of work to do during the training session. I don't know.
Well, Southampton has don't they have 3 pretty good forwards? Like they're deadly up front. That's where their strength is. I mean, I don't want to start the year off with a 4-0 thumping or something,
I don't think it'll be a 4-0 thumping, but I guess the question is, we don't really know what Cody offers. One thing that everybody says is pace. What's interesting to me when you follow Cody and the take on him is Watford fans, where he was prior to Leicester. He's adored. And yeah, they said he wasn't the fastest, but brilliant player, captain material, absolutely loved him. Leicester fans hate him, almost. Now, maybe that's because he transferred out and it's the immediate buzz that says he's a crap player and yada, 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 but they said they just never rated him because he was just too slow.
Yeah, we don't need that. We already got 2 guys that aren't particularly fast in that position. We don't need a third.
Yeah, they questionable on the passing and too slow was the report, and I went, oh God. But I mean, whether that's just because he's left, he's played for England. That's a thing. He speaks a good game, and so we'll see what happens. But for this one, loved what I saw from Windus, with the brief momentary opportunity that he had. Enjoyed what I saw from O'Brien, but Libby, whether just a game or otherwise, looked pretty. Like, the thing I like about Revan is he's jittery, and he'll earn you possessions with his work rate. Libby, solid defensively, has good pace, but no creativity is what I saw today. Now, maybe that's just a first game thing, and maybe I'm being a little.
No, he made you missed a really good cross with his right foot, not his left. And he had another pretty good pass. So he had a couple of moments out on that left side that were pretty decent.
So I suppose we wrap this up. I was going to do a members only thing because of life stuff that's sort of interjected. I think I'm going to have to stop on that. General call out to anybody. Discord channel. Is that the one that's there? I couldn't copy and paste it. Was that my problem? Let's see if I can put it out there. Discord. Join here. And I'll pin that just for the final being. Go and jump into there. And really, for anybody if you want to get involved in the Red Horde project at all, in any capacity, and you don't know what you want to do, or you do have an interest in what you want to do, fire me a message, join Discord, and say I'm down. Looking for people who might be interested in doing some stuff on Canva, looking for people who are interested in doing some stat work, looking for people who are just comfortable doing some, really anything. AI searching, whatever. We can figure it all out. If you've got ideas, I'd love to hear them. I'm hoping I can keep banging stuff out this weekend. And Brendan, if you wouldn't mind, we'll chat after we disconnect just briefly. And that was a disappointment. Do you have any final parting thoughts?
Yeah, it starts for real next week. That's when we really start caring.
Yep.
Let's go shock the world.
No, W&G not going to stick around for the second half of the League 1 and 2 matches. The difficult thing with iFollow, and the frustrating part potentially, is if it's not picked up with the zone, and those are 3 o'clock kickoffs. So I don't believe that they are, but I guess I could double check. Why don't I just do that now? Because maybe this is going to be a thing for the season. And the other thing I'm interested in knowing, for people who are outside of the U.S. and Canada, I mean, Paramount's going to have it in the U.S. You guys got it easy. In Canada, we're going to have to go through 3 different service providers just to be able to watch stuff, and it's going to cost something like $600 a year if you're interested, because you got to have a DAZN subscription for when it's televised, you've got to have an iFollow subscription when it's not televised, and you need a Sportsnet subscription for FA Cup matches. It's one of those things that when they got eliminated from the FA Cup last year, I was like, yay, I get to cancel my $60 a month subscription to be able to pick up those FA Cup games. But I'd rather pay, to be fair. It's just frustrating that it's there. But for those of you overseas, livesoccertv.net does provide where they're at. But I'm just curious if you guys are going to have to do multiple subscriptions as well, as we figure all of that out. And I'm trying to see if I go to Champions League. They do have one League 2 game on, Barnet versus Fleetwood. So it might be a thing where we hang around for a little bit and watch, and they're going to have Stockport and Bolton this afternoon. I've got other stuff to do, but it's worth me inspecting down the road and seeing where we're at. Randy, nice to have you here. Yeah, Jeannie, it can only get better is definitely the word. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. If this was an exercise of getting the rust out such that we're ready on Saturday and we come out like gangbusters, then great. Awesome. And John says, and maybe he saw that in the second half as far as push forward. Revan doesn't challenge as much as I'd like. That's a fair comment. But he's got more moxie than I saw in the first half anyway. But it sounds like he had it in the second half. Anyways, much love and appreciation to everybody that showed up. Like and subscribe before you leave. Special thanks to Ultimate Promotions, who I didn't mention, the sponsor who has makes these pins. If you're interested, go to ultipromo.com, ultimatepromotions.biz, and we will see you guys next